Hello, I'm Elle, and I am like the last YouTuber to come out. I'm basically 5 years late to the party, but better late than never. It was getting lonely in the closet. I'm like gay-ish. I've had a kind of boyfriend, but it was really complicated. Not my cup of tea. This is my cup of tea. Just made that joke up on the spot. I am on fire today. The joke is that that's coffee. I'm not hesitant to say I'm gay because I'm not a gold star lesbian. It's more like I'm hesitant to say I'm gay because I'm not 100% homosexual. I used to identify as bi, but now I really struggle to identify with bisexuality just because I'm really not that into guys. I tend to just think of myself as lesbo-flexible, like hetero-flexible, but for lesbians. Homo-flexible, that's a thing, right? Maybe I'll just like label myself like queer, just generally queer, kind of just like a general LGBT. General LGBT. Sorry, that was pretty lame how I met your mother jokes. How long has that show been off the air? Oh my god. Okay, so maybe this is a more accurate way to describe it. Sexually, I'm like 50% gay, 50% straight, but romantically, I'm like 99.9% gay. And I really can't see myself ever ending up in a kind of like heterosexual relationship again. It just doesn't, I just don't think that's gonna happen. It's because of that fact that I really struggle to identify with bisexuality, even though I guess if we're getting technical, I am bisexual, but I don't know, just something about it, I really just like doesn't click with me. I'm just like, no, I'm not, I'm a lesbian, but yeah, you know, I don't know. This is where I kind of get a bit like iffy on labels within the LGBT community, because on the one hand, I want to stay true to how I feel and what I identify with. However, I don't want my potential like mislabeling to affect how anyone else who has been like accurately labeled like experiences life. Just like open question. Does anyone else get that, where they feel like the way they identify and the way they would technically label themselves, if there's like a slight misalignment? And then also, how does that affect the LGBT community in a wider sense? Does that affect them, and is that any of their business to have a say on that? Or is identity a purely personal thing? Identity a more symbolic thing? Oh my gosh, this is like, let's just save this whole question for another video. So technically, I'm bisexual but homo-romantic. We'll leave it at that. I'm like really warm. You can see my rosy cheeks. I'm pretty sure I've been gay my whole life and I just didn't realize. I look back at so many things now and I'm just like, how? How did you not realize you're just super gay? Like, huh? I began to have an inkling that I wasn't straight in 2015. That's year 13, like my senior year of high school. I'd started hanging out with kind of YouTubey people, and so the LGBTQ plus community had kind of started like creeping onto my radar, and I think that's kind of what made me go like, I never really mentioned it to anyone apart from maybe like some peripheral friends, but no one at my school. Like I remember one girl like hooked up with another girl, and it was like, it wasn't like it was it wasn't intrinsically bad. It was just kind of like gossip. Like it was kind of a little bit scandalous. Like no one was like, oh my god, that's disgusting, that's awful. It was just kind of like, does that make sense? I realize now that I had the biggest crush on Miley Cyrus's Hannah Montana. I just had no idea. Same again with Sarah Michelle Gellar in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. But the funny thing is, because in Buffy they have a whole friggin' lesbian storyline. Even that didn't make me think like, oh my god, I'm watching this stuff, lesbians movie. Oh. God, so dumb. It's not that I grew up thinking gay was bad. I just grew up thinking that gay didn't happen to people like me. Like it was just gay just didn't happen to people like me. Probably a lot of people get this. Like I used to feel like such a creep sort of daydreaming about these like girls and these women I saw on TV, when in reality they were just crushes. Like I just had like little innocent crushes on people I saw on my television, but I felt like such a creep. If I'd just known, if I just realized what they were, I would have just saved myself so much like inner angst.
Oh well, I guess hindsight's 2020. Like, I'm trying to make a gaydar hindsight. Gaydar's 2020? There's a joke there, I'll figure it out for next time. So the first person I ever came out to was my best friend Katie from like back around where my parents live. And she was actually super lush about it. Thanks, boo. Love you, Katie. And she just was really nice and just asked me like, how did I know? It was by this point that I'd started hanging out with like proper YouTubers, and almost all of them were in the LGBT community, and that was really what set it off for me. Suddenly being surrounded by so many people who were empowered by their sexuality just was like, it was just a flippin' like, I don't know. I look at myself as a teenager and sitting down on the bus with like one of my best friends, Miranda, I'd be sat there saying to her like, I just don't understand why I'm not into boys. I just don't understand. Why am I not interested in boys? I just don't get it, Miranda. I just don't get why I'm not into boys. And she'd be there like, I just don't get it either. Like, maybe you're asexual. And we're both just there like, no, well, like, that can't be it. But maybe it's an age thing. Why am I just not into boys? And like, it didn't even cross my mind that maybe I was gay. Like, the thought was just absent. And I think it was just a slow burner. You know, I'd started to have thoughts at the end of secondary school. I started hanging out with all these YouTubers, and it kind of was just like a slow reveal. The curtains went up and I was like, my people, my community, my sexuality. And like suddenly everything made sense. Like every day I was having a revelation about my childhood and my teen years, and just like, oh my god, I've been this way all along. I'm me and I'm fabulous. Playlist Live in Florida in 2016 was probably the biggest turning point. Like, I've never really said this to her, but Melanie Murphy, you are so responsible in such a big way for my like queer awakening. So thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. But yeah, 2016 was just like a big year for me being like queer. I have subsequently had a girlfriend, but we broke up pretty recently and it's still pretty raw, so let's not talk about it. We'll get onto that another day, maybe. Anyway, this is a call to action. Please subscribe to my channel. Oh my god, look how red my cheeks are. I'm so warm. If you like this video, like it, share it, hug it. If you want to see more LGBT stuff, then let me know in the comments. I am not comfortable. Have a lovely day, I guess. I literally have no idea how I used to sign off my videos. Get out of my bathroom. Why are you in here? Go away. Okay, anyway. Bye, I guess.